for joining me for this late ass episode of Soul Food Sundays. I usually release it on the first Sunday of the month, but this past month I got a little bit behind, and so only late by a week. Still gonna have one, so better late than never. I have decided to challenge myself a bit by using the Vice Versa Tarot, which in this deck there are images on each side of the card which show you either like the light or the shadow side, or what's going on with the energy externally and internally. It shows some form of duality in the original tarot. And so I've already pulled those cards, right? We got 3 energies to explore. I've been led to use bibliomancy to clarify it, as well as I have the quantum oracle and the featherlight oracle that I created. I haven't used that on the channel in forever, so I'm gonna use it, and I am just blown away at the energies that have come out with the Vice Versa Tarot, because of the Egyptian symbology and energy that has represented itself in the reading. And then my Featherlight Oracle is based on the principles of Mayat, and the whole concept of having a heart that is as light as a feather. So I created this deck based on the principles of Mayat and like some functional, tangible, grounded things that we can do in our 3D reality to keep our heart feather light. So y'all can understand what I'm saying in a minute as I tie it all together. But the first message that came out is the High Priestess. And we got the backside of the High Priestess. And she's sitting here on her throne, looking out into the friendly skies, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things clearly. But she's sitting looking out from what looks like maybe a temple. Behind her is a pillow with, or is that a rock? Hell, it could be a rock. Whatever it is, it's got 2 keys on it. One key representing the silver key, representing having access to the wealth of mystical knowledge and wisdom. And then the gold key represents having access to a wealth of physical abundance. So like money and prosperity, things in the 3D reality. So having access to that. So she sits between these 2 pillars that have I think that's masculine and energy. Masculine and feminine symbology. And then behind her is a pool of water and what looks like the reflection of the moon, because she's gone through a very spiritual and emotional initiation, an initiation by water in order to get to this her rightful place on this throne, right? So that's very symbolic of a lot of us having gone through this initiation that has moved us into a space of spiritual maturity, and now having more spiritual gifts and power, now having more access to physical abundance in our lives, having a better understanding of what abundance is for us, a stronger sense of abundance consciousness, and being protected by the Knot of Isis, which is this symbol that's etched into the back of this throne. The Knot of Isis helps keep us energetically stabilized while we go through our initiation, because initiations take you to some severe highs and lows in order to get you to the level of ascension that you belong right here on your throne. So we got this high priestess energy, which represents like tapping into your divine feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, just becoming more intuitive, aware of your spiritual gifts, and being able to strengthen and activate your third eye, see beyond the veil of illusion that is being presented to you, being able to see to the truth of the matter, even when it doesn't make sense logically or in your 3D reality, or you just know what you know and other people don't believe you, because they not tapped in and tuned in the way you are, or having like ancient knowledge and wisdom, able to tap into your past lives and things of a more esoteric or metaphysical nature. So that's what a lot of us have been experiencing, and it has led us to the Queen of Swords. And here we have her backside. So everybody's giving us they ass to kiss. No, for real. All three cards that have come out are the backside of a feminine energy, which speaks volumes. But opposed to it giving people our ass to kiss, or some situation our ass to kiss, it's more like no longer focusing on that which we've already conquered, using that which we've already conquered to like alchemizing it so that we can move forward like the Queen of Swords, wiser, more assertive. She uses her sword to cut through the bullshit. She's literally looking out over what looks like a kind of foggy horizon. You know, you don't really see much or can't see clearly, but she's sitting there firm in her belief, having crystallized with these crystals here on the back of her throne, having crystallized her wisdom that has been gained up to this point, and now it's just a part of who she is. And that's the part that she teaches from. It's where she speaks from. It's where she draws her boundaries from. It's what she uses her sword to cut through the bullshit and cut out any lies or illusion, as she is coupled with this high priestess energy. Again, I want y'all to understand this has nothing to do with whether you are a masculine or a feminine in terms of gender, a man or a woman. This just has everything to do with, say, if you're a masculine and you've been tapping more into your feminine energy, this is a description of the journey up to this point. Now, what that has led to with this Queen of Swords, who's a teacher, an ally, one who cuts through the bullshit. You can count on her to give you some good sound advice, to teach you something new, to speak the truth, to be honest and honorable, and move with integrity, right? Just saw 811, because she considers those things to be abundant, because, or tied to her abundance, because having money ain't all it is to being abundant. So now, having gone through this initiation and being more in your Queen of Swords energy, where you've turned your back to focusing on the past, dwelling on the past, and moving forward with the wisdom that you've gained from the past so that you can share it with others and be an ally, right? Bottom of the deck, we got Justice, represented by the number 11. Whatever been going on with y'all or us from around the time of the 11/11 portal up to, I'd say, the 12/12 portal that's coming up on December the 12th, it's helping you to get better aligned. And with the Justice card being in this position where we're seeing it from the bike as well, we have Lady Justice sitting on her throne. She has a sword in her hand, and she also has a scale, right? Then Sis is sitting here looking out at the cosmos and the galaxies, because now that she has evolved from this high priestess energy and looking out, you know, able to see things from a higher perspective and seeing things clearly and seeing beyond the veil, she's also acknowledging her galactic nature, her galactic star seed connection as well. And then this scale, this old scale, is broken. It's on the ground. Behind her, you got this sword that's stuck in the ground, and vines have started to grow over it. And then you have this white butterfly. Because in order to achieve justice in situations going forward, shit gotta go through Ammit, this Egyptian character energy here, which is part crocodile, part hippopotamus, and part, it's a hippopotamus legs and body parts in the back. I think that's lion body, feet, and upper interior, whatever that part of the body is called, and then the crocodile head, right? Because this Egyptian figure embodies all of those animals' energy. And in Egyptian mythology, just all 11:11, Ammit is the energy that when energies, like say you died and you went into the death realm, your heart had to be measured against a feather on a scale, and your heart had to be proved to be feather light in order for you to go into the afterlife. And so Mayat would that's according to the principle of Mayat. So then Anubis, which is also an Egyptian energy, would, if you didn't pass that test, if your heart, you were holding on to shit, unforgiveness, low self-esteem, your heart just hard and heavy, and you holding on to stuff, and it wasn't as light as a feather, then you would Anubis would give your heart to Ammit, and Ammit would devour it. You out of here. So that is according to Egyptian mythology. In this energy, moving forward in life, y'all, if shit not passing the test, the death test, if it can't go with you through this transition and pass that test of keeping your heart feather light, not operating in truth and justice and integrity, it can't go into the future with you. It can't go into a more balanced, harmonious existence with you. And so as this message is so timely. I know I struggle to bring it on home, but I want to make sure that I am articulating it in a way that you all can understand if you are not familiar with Egyptian mythology or Kemetic spirituality. But as we are approaching the end of the year, as many of us have gone through initiations and making our way to the other side of it, for some of us that initiation is a phoenix rising. For others of us that initiation is a dark night of the soul, or initiation by water, where we've gone through some things that are highly emotional in order to bring up what has been lying dormant within us so that we can heal. Whatever it is, we have got to move forward with by raising the price and not allowing things that are no longer rooted in or show themselves as truthful and honoring. And we can no longer allow those things into our sphere, because we have a broader, more expanded connection and mission before us. We got bigger fish to fry. So I'm going to pull from, or be reading from, the Hidden Souls of Words, as I very intuitively turn to a page that speaks to the message that's coming through in this reading. Connection. Connection is derived from the Latin connectere, meaning linked together. Implicit in the word is the idea that everything in creation and in life is related to everything else. meaning you have a connection to the stars, the moon, the sun, the galaxies, to your fellow man. A lot of this message speaks to your connections in your 3D reality and those that can't go forward with you. If they're not rooted in truth, if they no longer serve you, if they're not honoring and uplifting and empowering, they can't go. So it says, contrary to the way we ordinarily define connection as something separated that temporarily relates or fastens to someone or something, the soul of the word implies both an inner connection and an outer connection with others and with all of creation. The truth of this crucial fact is essential for our lives, and it is confirmed in scientifically proven ways. John Masefield writes that we are held in cohesion by unresting cells. Our interconnectedness in creation is akin to the radio waves that are present everywhere and are available to everyone at any time, but undetectable and unnoticed until we tune into them. The energy and the power of our connectedness are constantly on tap. And that is why it's so important that we are protective of our energy, that we are mindful of who we're connecting with, because we're needing to keep our vibes high. We need to make sure that we are on the same frequency of those who honor and empower us. Because the moment we allow our energy to be drained by energy vampires, people who lie, steal, cheat, and dishonor us, people who dishonor themselves, then our vibe becomes lower, and then we are engulfed in low vibrational things, and low vibrational feelings and dis-ease, which turns into dis-ease in the body. So it's just so important that we, after having gone through these initiations, see the importance of tightening up as it relates to our inner circle and our connections, and not just people, mainly people, but not just people, but concepts, what we entertain ourselves with, how we feed ourselves, how we spend our time and our energy, what we consume. So it says, Longfellow wrote, all your strength is in your union. Everything is connected. First, the air we breathe together keeps us all alive. We are also connected by the way we choose to live our lives. For everything we think, do, or say has an effect on someone, somewhere. When we begin to realize this on a deeper level, we can see that it is our Creator that connects everything in life from start to finish. As connected and creative human beings endowed with energy and power, we are constantly rediscovering who we are. What we have forgotten is that our energy, power, and essence are the same as that of our Creator. You know, we love to talk about how we are created in God's image and we're children of God, sons of God, daughters of God. But then when it comes time to govern ourselves as such, it's like, what'd you say? The energy we use daily in thought, word, and deed is available because of our connection to God's energy, which manifests through us both individually and communally. The Commission on Children at Risk, sponsored by the YMCA of the USA, Dartmouth Medical School, and the Institute for American Values, recently issued a major report, Hardwired to Connect, in which it argues that the loss of connectedness is devastating America's youth. The commissioners believe that human beings may also be hardwired for transcendent connections. That connections to other realms and other timelines and other galaxies. Relationships within the community are the key to assisting our youth in developing into responsible, caring, and balanced adults. The good news is that we are free to join together with like souls everywhere to refashion a world of our own choosing, a world that is created in God's image, a world where through our connectedness we demonstrate God's love in action, a world where no action we take would disempower others. That's something I've been talking about a lot lately, empowerment and disempowerment. And you gotta be non-discriminate about this shit. Because when I tell you parents can be disempowering, your children can be disempowering, and if they are of an age where You're not responsible for providing their material and emotional needs. You might want to draw some hard boundaries with their grown asses if they are disempowering. Friendships can be disempowering, and those are people who should not be your friend. Disloyal, inconsistent, manipulative, don't bring no value, draining. That's disempowering. Supervisors can be disempowering. Whoever, don't discriminate. Your pastor, if you still into that type of thing, whoever, if they disempowering, that's not something you need to be connected with. That's like plugging into an outlet that drains your energy instead of gives you energy. You know what I'm saying? Gives you power, helps your light shine. If you was a lamp, you plugging into something that's gonna make you short circuit or not helping you thrive and shine to your fullest ability. So it says, to affect change in our world, first we need to engender the feeling within us that has already happened. I need to say that again. To affect change in our world, first we need to engender the feeling within us that it has already happened, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. Quantum physics confirms that creation responds to such feelings when we are certain of the connection between our inner and outer worlds and live as if the change has taken place. So that which you desire, whatever that looks like in your life, whatever connections you desire, and whatever that looks like and feels like for you, you have to believe in it as though it is already in your 3D existence in order to manifest it into your 3D existence. Once the universe is able to see and feel by your frequency that you are energetically in alignment with that which you desire, it's coming. I've been working on it for me myself, like really when I feel myself in a slump or in a going down a downward spiral, being pessimistic, cynical about things working out for me, I tap into my toolbox. I shift. I'm intentional about meditating. I'm intentional about visualizing. I'm intentional about journaling so that I can shift my frequency and get back into that place that attracts that which I desire into my 3D reality. And I also am becoming more mindful of intentionally making moves, taking action in that direction as well. Just saw 2222. So for a lot of you, this is about some type of union or connection in your 3D reality. So it says, quantum physics confirms that creation responds to such feelings when we are certain of the connection between our inner and outer worlds and live as if the change has taken place. The change may not be outwardly apparent at any given moment, but the feeling as if it has already happened will eventually bring about the desired manifestation. William James said, if you want a quality, act as if you already have it. The September 11 attacks have provided ample evidence just how interconnected our lives are. There has been a ripple effect from these tragic events over the entire world, both negative and positive. The shock rendered people speechless initially. Spoken words were inadequate, but the feeling of rapport and connection among those affected created a climate of kindness and generosity. Several books have now been written describing the unparalleled aid and comfort given the injured and grief-stricken. The event of 9/11 has also fostered alliances that have led to growing numbers of interfaith gatherings and prayers all over the globe. Since the civilized world is now united by electronic bonds into one body in constant and instant communication, it is largely interdependent and rapidly becoming more so. No nation can go to war now against another nation without going to war against all humanity. The world has become a family. Andrew Carnegie, 1907. Arnold Toynbee said that we are in the first age since the dawn of civilization in which people have dared to think it practicable to make the benefits of civilization available to the whole human race. As you walk or drive through your town or neighborhood, do you sense an energy of interconnectedness? Why or why not? Is there some way you can feel connected to the homeless people on the corner or with the faceless person across the ocean in the same way you feel a connection with family and friends? When was the last time you felt connected to someone or to something outside of yourself? When was the last time you felt the presence of that ultimate of all connections in your life, your creator? It is possible for you to describe, is it possible for you to describe this experience? How connected are you feeling at this moment? So for many of you, you may want to reflect on how 9/11 may have affected your life, and its ripple effect in your life. That analogy was used to just describe how who you're connected to and what you're connected to affects everything around you, and on such a large scale that your position and your place in this world affects how the world runs ultimately. When I think about how I go out into the community and do readings and sit and talk and consult with people about spirituality and teach them about sage and cleansing your spiritually, cleansing your house and energetically cleansing your body, and about the chakras and things like that, I know that the effect that that has multiplies once they leave me, because they gonna go tell somebody, or they gonna go do something that affects their day to day, and then it's gonna affect the next person, and so on and so forth. So we gotta really pay attention to who and how we are connecting. And then those questions at the end would make really good journal prompts. So I'm going to put them in the description box in case you all want to use them as journal prompts. I really could close the reading out with this, but I am going to clarify a little bit more, getting us some advice from my Featherlight Oracle deck, since we on point with this whole principles of Ma'at energy that is coming through. Because we're being called to, in order to maintain justice and balance in our life, tighten up on how we protect our energy and take assessment of our inner circle. If there's somebody you want to make friends with because you feel like you all can have a reciprocal connection, they can bring more power and energy and love and light and positivity into your life, and you can bring the same to them, make that connection. Reach out. Try to cultivate that relationship. If it's not a friendship, it's a love connection. Put forth the effort. A professional partnership, put forth the effort. Do what you need to do to bring more balance into your life. And that includes endings and beginnings, because you're going to have to, some people ain't going to pass the test. Some people's light feather heart is not going to be as light as a feather. And then there are those who are going to align with you, whose heart is light as a feather, but that's when you've done the work to make your heart as light as a feather. So what are you doing to create a feather light heart? If you have not been doing that work, we're going to get you some advice to see what it is that you need to do to have a feather light heart. So Spirit, please clarify this message for the collective at this time. Okay. And my throat just started itching. So for many of you, it's a conversation that you need to have, or you need to start speaking up more to create the justice and balance and harmony in your life. Dance, participate, move, get in alignment, and start putting forth that effort to get in the dance, get on the dance floor of life, and participate with your people. If you've identified your tribe, start connecting with them. This may mean loosening up so you can move some energy and allow that energy to flow in your body, so that you can better attract your tribe. Like you can dance in your alone time as a sacred practice, but it's going to help you to create more balance and justice in your life, and also shake up any stagnant energy within you, so that you can better create and be more creative. As you're connecting with people who vibe with you, you bringing your creative energy to the table. So say you want to make friends with somebody, or you want to date somebody, or you want to join some group, or whatever the case, some community. Get creative about how you approach it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be friends, hey, how about we go to this paint class? and maybe we can chit chat and get to know each other better at the paint class. This little sipping paint going on next Thursday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want to date, get creative with the date. But whatever you're doing, you need to get up and move around, get into the dance and participate in life, and shake up your energy so that you can be more creative. And I'm working with your sacral chakra, which is your creative energy. So working with the color orange, meditations and frequencies that are aligned with the sacral chakra, which will also help you to have better quality connections, because it'll allow you to be more intimate in your connections when you have a healthier sacral chakra. That came out in, was it the Aquarius reading? It was either the last Aquarius or Pisces reading that I did, that talked about working with your sacral chakra energy. And for many of you, it's about your working with your sexual energy. At the bottom of the deck, pause. Take some time out to give some thoughts to some of the things that I'm saying and how they apply to you, how far you've come on your journey, where you want to go, who you want to go with you, what you want to align with, what it would take in order for you to get into alignment. And then seek some kind of assistance with your moving forward. Therapy. Whether that's Reiki, actually going to sit on somebody's couch, or get an online appointment, booking with me through tarot therapy or sound healing therapy. But ask for the support that you're needing. Be open to getting support or some kind of therapeutic experience, cultivating some kind of therapeutic experience, so that you can not only cultivate justice in your life but maintain it. It's one thing to get it, but we also have to do what it takes to dive deep into ourselves so that we're able to heal and maintain the higher vibrational connections that we are making. So this is a great message as we move into a new year. We're moving into, matter of fact, it's the last Soul Food Sundays of the year. We're moving into a universal year 8, which is all about abundance and stepping into your power and having balance in your connections. And so you may want to explore the numerology of the number 8 as well, because that is the energy that is going to be dominant next year, as well as needing to know your personal year number. So I'm going into my personal year 5. And as we know, 5 energy is all about change, can be a little conflict, a little shake up, you know what I'm saying? But definitely getting out of your comfort zone, shifting. And so where I am moving out of my personal year 4 with a major theme of stability and laying foundations, I'm actually looking forward to moving into my personal year 5. So you may want to look into what your personal year is as well. There are calculators online. You can Google it, or you can inbox me and I can help you to calculate your personal year. You can reach out to me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. But yeah, y'all, that's been their Soul Food Sundays for the month of December. Although at any point that this message resonates with you, it is the message for you. It's a timeless message. But until next year, peace.